All right, we are going to get started on our Piet Mondrian picture, and we're going to make a spider web. So you're going to have a piece of black paper, and on one side you're going to write your name and class code. I'll go with KC for my class code. You may be KH, but that's okay. Then we're going to flip it over, and this is where we're going to draw our spider web. And we're going to use something a little bit different in our materials today. We're going to use these. They are called oil pastels, and they look very similar to crayons. Crayons are made with wax and the color. Oil pastels are made with an oil mixture. So they feel very similar to crayons, but they color a lot smoother, and you can actually blend them and smear them around with your finger, and I'm going to show you how to do that. First thing though is we're going to use white, and this is going to be for our spider web. So I'm going to use my white oil pastel, and I'm going to go from one corner of my paper all the way across to the other corner of my paper. I'm going to start there. I'm going to travel across. It's okay if it's not perfectly straight. Then I'm going to do the same thing from the other two corners. So right now I have a big giant X on my paper, okay? Now I'm going to go and make a T on my paper, and I'm going to go through the center here. So I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to draw a line straight down like that. And then I'll come over here to the side, and I'll draw a line going across like that, okay? So this is like the structure of my spider web. This is what the spiders usually spin first for their spider web. They get the structure, and then they go back and add on the other parts. What we're gonna do to make most of our spider web is we're gonna draw a spiral line. And I'm gonna start here. You can start here or pick a line. Start at one of the lines, and you're going to start close to the center. And it's like you're drawing a circle, but your circle never closes. It never meets up with where you start. So I'm going to come here, and I'm going to travel around like a circle. But as I do it, I'm going to get a little bit bigger out. And then instead of meeting there, I'm going to keep going around. And as I go around, I'm trying to get farther and farther away from my circle I started with, like so. And then when you reach the end of your paper, you can stop. If you've got some bigger sections like this, that's okay. All right, so when we get to the edge of our paper, we stop. There's our spiral. Okay, we've got our great spider web. Now we're going to move on with some colors, and we're going to color in some of our sections. You remember Piet Mondrian colors that he chose were white and black, which we have here, and then he used the primary colors, which are red, blue, and yellow. And those are going to be the only oil pastels that we use for coloring for our Mondrian picture. I know there are some other colors that are really great, but Piet only used our primary colors, so that's what we're going to use for today. I'm going to start with yellow, and because we're using black paper, our yellow is not going to look as bright as this. It's going to look a little bit darker, but that's okay, not a problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a few places, and I'm just going to color inside my spaces. Maybe move over and do another one. I'm going to try and stay inside of my white lines. And I'm going to do my best when I'm coloring. It's not about how fast we get it done. Okay, we want it to look neat and clean. Okay, that's called craftsmanship. Craftsmanship is something that artists try to do a lot. You really take pride in what you're making and try to make it look the best that you can. If it's not perfect, that's okay. As long as you tried your best, that's what we're trying for. Maybe I'll put a yellow over here too. Now, the other thing I'm gonna say, and you probably already know this because crayons do it too, they're very fragile. What does it mean when something's fragile? It breaks easy. So if you try to push really, really hard and color really, really hard with your oil pastels, there's a chance they're gonna break in your hand. If that happens, it's okay. You'll put both pieces back in the box. But you're gonna find that when you color with these, you don't have to press very hard. They color very easily, okay? So you can kind of color lightly and it'll still color a pretty good job. Okay, I think I'm done with my red. I'm gonna move over, or excuse me, yeah, my yellow. I'm gonna move over and now color some with my red. Oh, look at that red. It's so bright and pretty. Oh, I love that. And I'm just picking some spaces every now and then for me to color. We're not gonna color in all of our spaces. Do you know why we're not gonna color all of our spaces? Because Piet left some of his spaces without color, right? Some of his spaces were white, some of them were black. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do on ours. We're not gonna color all of ours in. I'll color this one over here. Oh, you guys can't see it, there we go. I'll color this one over here with my red. There we go. Oh, I like that, that's much nicer. Okay, I think I'm done with my red. I'm gonna move over to my blue. Oh, I like that blue. That's pretty. Good Piet Mondrian blue. Maybe I'll color over here with my blue. I don't know. I'm just kind of picking where I feel like needs some color. I'm not going to color all of my spaces. I'm going to leave some of them blank, but I do want to color several spaces with my oil pastels. I think we need some blue over here too. It gets a little tricky when you get close to the edge of your paper. If you slow down your coloring, it usually goes a little better. All right. I think right here? Yeah, let's do it here. I'll make this my last one. All right. Almost. Okay, there's my Piet Mondrian Spider Web. Oh, that looks so nice. How do you guys think I did on my craftsmanship? Did I take my time and try my best? Yes. Is it perfect? No. There are places where I accidentally made it over the white line and you can still see some black in between. You know, that's okay though. I did my best and I'm pretty happy and proud of my work. So I'm gonna stop there. The next thing that we're gonna make is our spiders, okay? And we're gonna use some kind of sculpture material. I don't know, he kind of looks like, an Alfred. Is it an Alfred? Alfred the spider. I like it. Okay, we are ready to glue on our spider. You're gonna get a glue container. And my glue bottles look different than what you have seen before. My bottles look like this, okay? So inside, when you open it up, there we go, now you can see, there's a brush inside, okay? This is how we're going to use our glue this year. So what I like to do is I like to scrape my glue off so it's not dripping everywhere. And then I'm gonna take and dip just a little bit of the bristles in. And I'm gonna rub it right over here along the edge of the bottom edge of my spider here. So I've got glue all the way around, just like that. And then I'm gonna decide, where do I want my spider to live on my spider web? I think I'm going to put him right here. So I'm going to take my spider and I'm going to set him on just like that. And I'm going to press him down. I don't want to press too hard because I might squish my spider. I don't want to do that. But I'm going to press and hold it for about 30 seconds. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Let's see. Oh, he looks like he's holding on, but I'm going to leave him flat so he can continue to dry. And there is our Piet Mondrian Spider Webs.